Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our clean out videos for our tournament run series part 2. And this is going to be week 23. In week 23, we finished Zulfarak for the farm, and so we'll be looking to see if we have anything sold from there. We didn't unfortunately get any of the glorious legs, we didn't get square holders pattern, and we didn't get any big boy epics. So really, it's just going to be looking for. We did get some Vanguard legs. We got like Vanguard chests, lofty pieces, things like that. So we look to see if we sold any of those. Of course, we'll also look to see if we sold anything from previous farms. But mostly we're just looking to try to get at least 200,000 for the week, and hopefully maybe even beat Series 1 and what their clean out was, which it was 309,275 gold for their week 23. With what we've been making recently, really shouldn't be too hard, but then again, things can always start to go down. Really am hoping that we have a really nice clean out. Even over 500,000 would be really nice, so we can maybe finish this out after we finish Alderman's clean out. But who knows, it went down last week, it may go down again this week, though I'd really like to see us hit 1 million in one of these clean outs before we hit the goal. But we're so close already with only 1,084,000 left to make in order to reach that goal of 10 million. But looking at what we did last week, we only made 382,407 gold, which was still above what Series 1 made for their week 22. Also still, kept us above what we had made so far with week or Series 1. Series 1 had only made 5,101,990 gold even after their week 23 clean out. Now, the next week they actually had a really big clean out, so they're going to have a big jump. But overall, it looks like no matter what we make today, we're still going to be above where they were at this time. But again, they were moving at a kind of slower pace than what we have with this farm or this series anyway. So far with this series, again, we've made 8,915,000 gold so far, leaving us with, almost right at 1 million gold left to make our goal there. As far as our realms go, we are doing this once again between Proudmoore and Thrall. Proudmoore has made us the most amount of gold so far, with it being 4,567,000 they've contributed, and then we've had Thrall make us 4,348,000 of that amount. Now, Thrall did actually make the most last week, so if they can keep that going, they will eventually catch up to Proudmoore, as now they're only about 200,000 away from being caught up to Proudmoore. But again, it's just seeing how the realms are performing and trying to reach that goal of 10 million as fast as possible. As far as what we're tracking our transmog and our materials slash little pets we get here and there. It's not that much unless it's islands really gives us a lot of pets. But other than that, the transmog we've made 7,635,000, and with our materials we have actually made 1,280,000. So the materials have helped us get as close to the goal as we've gotten, but majority of it is made with transmog. As far as our Series 1 items that we've moved to other realms, because of course we're using the same realms we used the first time, those actually made us a decent amount this week. They made us over 200,000. That's just passive gold, other than I have to post the items up on the auction house, but they're not getting any new items, so it's all pretty much just passive. They made 269,333 gold, which is way above just the 123,000 they made the week before that. But the week before that, they were really up there. They were almost at 1 million gold. So still making lots of gold off that passive, gold from those old items that we still have lingering around from Series 1. And there's still a lot of items over there. It is dwindling down a little bit, but it's still a lot. With that, they have now made us, since we started the series, 7,207,245 gold off those items. Now, of course, that is not how much they've made us, as a whole passively since we've stopped the series, because we still kept, posting those items before we actually started this. But just for the 23 weeks that we've started this, they've made us that much. So still really good. But once again, before we get to our bank alts, we really just want to see that we hit at least 200,000, get closer to our goal, get us below that gap of 1 million gold to reach our goal there, and also, if we can, try to beat what Series 1 made this week. But before we get to those bank alts, if you guys do enjoy these videos, go ahead and smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right, as always, guys, we'll start this out with Proudmore. We'll check the low value transmog, then the high value transmog, then the materials, which you probably really don't have like hardly anything there this week. And then we will also we'll do the same thing with Thrall. So, all right, guys, so low value transmog for Thrall. What did we get? So we've got 37 items sold, 49,395 gold. So that's a great start. That's more than 1,000 gold per sell average there, and decent amount for the low value transmog. So looking really good this week, starting out with that at least. Let's see if we got any standouts. We got the Executioner's Cleaver here for almost 2,000. We also have the design for Embrace of the Dawn for almost 4,000. We have the Plundered Blue Captain's Hat for 2,600. Bandit Helm over here for 1,100. We got the Slayer Skull Cap for 22, almost 2,300. Wicked Chain Helmet for 25. Spire Strider's Helm for 3,500. Dragon Rider's Helmet for 4,100. Sounds like Island's item. Griffin Mail Breastplate for 1,200. Formula for Enchant Chest Major Resilience for 1,500. Some Lobies here, and then we've got the Void Collar Shoulders here for 2,200. Daggerjaw Jerkin for 3,000. Now I know that's from doing like Isle Thunder, not Isle Thunder, doing Iron Dock, sorry. Then we have the Tonka legs here for 1,000. I know those come from Wrath dungeons. Counselor's Scepter here for 2,900, and then we've got the Orani leggings for 1,100. I think that's also Iron Docks. And Scythe Broadaxe, Iron Docks, 1,100, and Cold Snout Hood, 1,800. Sounds like Wrath, I'm not sure though. All right, guys, so here we are now on our high value bank 2, where we look to have at least 100,000 in sales, or and at least 10,000 average per sale, hopefully, but hopefully some exciting items just overall. And we got some sales. 8 items sold, 194,640 gold. So there we go, almost 200,000. That's great with what we made with the low value. That means Proudmore alone made us over 200,000. So hopefully Thrall can do it too, and we can be up to that 500,000 range, hopefully. Let's see what we do have sold here. So we have Jade Legs sold. So we actually did sell a pretty nice piece from our recent farm, Sulfurak, for 28,000. We also sold a Plundered Plate Admiral's Becomb here. I think it's a little hat or something, 3,300. We also have the formula for Enchant Boots 4-speed. Wow, 14,000. Kind of surprised to see that one sold. Steel Spark Bow sold for 47,500. So it actually sold like 50,000. I have it in an inflated group because it's an overinflated item. From Kata, we also sold the Ritual Shroud here for 15,000. We sold one of our battered hilts from Pit of Saran. Actually got nicer value out of this one, 33,000. Still though, it makes me question, is it worth getting only 3 of those out of 200 runs when we've done that twice now? Ancient Plans for Blade of the Fallen Seraph sold for 28,000, almost 29,000. That was one of those plans from when we did the Nax turnover after we did Scholomance. Also sold Advanced Flatbow, which also I believe is Wrath, for 24,000. So actually seems like a few Wrath items, some Kata stuff, a little bit of everything. All right, guys, so now for our last bank alt for Proudmore. So the materials, like I said, I don't expect too much here because it was just Sulfurak, nothing extra. And this is what we got. So 5 sales, 99 gold, not even 100 gold. Wow, one of our lowest here. So just some black pearls that I think where we got like the little shells or whatever, the little clams from Godzilla, and then just some minor things here. All right, guys, so back to low value transmog, but this time it's going to be for Thrall. Let's see how well they did. Proudmore did excellent with 49,000, and wrong one. Let's see, we've got 33 sales, 41,782 gold. So not quite as good as Proudmore, although they actually had 6 more sales, but still, it's above that 1,000 gold per average sell, and it's over 40,000, which is really, really good. Let's go ahead and see if we have any standouts. So actually a ring, a Poison Vial ring sold for 4,100. Really nice. When I usually only try to sell them for like 1,000 and below. Design for the Living Ruby pendant sold for 3,000. We also sold the Bloodforged chest piece for 3,700, almost 3,800. And then we sold the Dark Iron Baby Booties. So from back when we did BRD, still selling those, 6,500. We also sold the Angerfang Spear for 3,000. That's also, that's from Kata, the Angerfang stuff. We also sold a Miss Cape Armor for 1,100. Creeper Claw Staff, Iron Docks, 4,700. Grizzlemaw Helm, which I believe is Wrath actually, for 4,000, and then the Jade Shoulders for 2,500. So that did come from Zulfarak. All right, guys. So now back to high value transmog, but this time for Thrall. And again, we're hoping for at least 100,000 and 10,000 average per item sold. So let's see how well Thrall did this week. They've got 6 sales, only 50,137 gold. So they didn't reach any of those parameters. It's not 10,000 average per sale. We should at least be over 60,000, and we didn't break 100,000, unfortunately. But that's how it goes sometimes. And again, that's where Proudmore's been keeping their lead. So anyway, we've got Firemain Leighton sold for 27,000. Not the worst sell on those. Not the best either. We also sold a Ritual Shroud for 2,100. Pattern for the Red Workman shirt from when we did Pit of Saran, 8,500. Thistle Tea pattern, those kind of sell low sometimes. Ravenscar Pauldrons sold for 1,900. And then we also sold the schematic for the Mayhem Protection Goggles for 9,500, which is one of those Sunwell patterns, but I do believe maybe one of the lower ones. I could be wrong about that. All right, guys, so it's our last bank alt for week 23. It's going to be our materials for Thrall, and again, not expecting much unless we sold, I think we have some deviant hatchlings laying around still. And we've got 2 sales, 77 gold. So again, under 100 gold, and we only sold some Star Rubies and Aquamarines. We didn't have any of the pearls, so that's probably why it's less than what Proudmore made. But anyway, let's get to the sheet and see how well we did this week. All right, guys, so here we are back at our sheet for week 23. How did we do? So first up, transmog, where the majority of our gold is going to be made this week, made 335,954 gold, and with our materials we made 176 gold, like our lowest amount yet, and that gives us a grand total of 336,130 gold for week number 23. Good thing is it's still over 200,000, and it actually did beat what we made for series 1. They're 309,000 gold. It's more than that, even though it's not more. It's not much more than what they made for their week 23 clean out there, unfortunately, but it's still more, and it's not over 500,000, which I was kind of hoping for, so we can maybe finish up in all after Alderman. But who knows, the stuff that we get from farming Alderman and we post up may actually put us over the edge. We actually got some good stuff coming up, which you'll have to wait till Wednesday to see what we got. But you may have got a glimpse of some of it when I was streaming. But anyway, that does now bring us to a grand total of 9,251,832 gold after week 23's clean out, bringing us to only 748,168 gold to reach our goal. So at least we're under 1 million gold left to make, with it being 748,000 now. As far as our transmog, we have now made 7,971,000 with transmog alone, so almost 8 million. Materials really didn't change by much. We had 176 gold to it, so it's still right around the 1,280,000 gold there. As far as our realms, man, Proudmore really stood out this week. Thrall didn't even make us 100,000 this week with everything combined, so that's a little unfortunate for them since they were already behind Proudmore. But that's how it goes, and that's why it's good to possibly do more than just one realm, because if you don't have a realm that's making that much, you have a backup plan there. So it's always kind of nice. But Proudmore made us 244,134 gold this week, and Thrall only made us 91,996 gold. That now brings Proudmore's total as far as what they've made us so far to 4,811,000, and Thrall to 4,440,000. So now they're almost 400,000 behind Proudmore there. Hopefully maybe they can catch up next week with what we add from Alderman. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up. It's if we can hit that million gold after next week's clean out, we'll definitely reach our goal after cleaning out after Alderman. But if not, we should really close the gap as long as we can at least make our 200,000 or around 300,000 like we did this week. Again, series 1 made 923,000 after their week 23. So that'll be a tough cookie to beat there. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and smash a big thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one or the loot video, so you can see these items that we're getting, that we're selling here. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all in the next video and live sometime on Twitch. Take care, guys.